getting what you wanted can still feel strangely empty. And if that has happened to you, it may not mean you are ungrateful. It may mean your brain was chasing a feeling that the goal could only give you for a moment. You finally buy the thing. You finally get the result. You finally reach the milestone. For a little while, there is excitement. Then the feeling fades. But inside, your mind quietly asks, now what? That question can feel confusing. Because before the goal, your brain had a story. When I get there, I will feel different. When they notice me, I will feel enough. When I make more money, I will finally relax. When I fix this one thing, I will become someone who can breathe. The goal becomes more than a goal. It becomes proof. Proof that the discomfort you feel now will end later. That story gives you energy. It pulls you forward. But your brain is very good at wanting. It is not always good at staying satisfied. Wanting creates tension. You imagine the result. You imagine people's reaction. You imagine the calm you will feel. But when the goal becomes real, the mystery disappears. The chase ends. The dopamine peak fades. And the thing that once felt magical becomes part of ordinary life. This does not mean the goal was pointless. It means anticipation is often louder than arrival. A compliment is still a moment. A promotion is still a job. A better body is still a body you bring your thoughts into. The thing changes. But you are still there. Your fears are still there. Your inner voice is still there. So if the real question was, will this finally make me feel enough? The answer often feels disappointing. Because enoughness is not delivered by an achievement. It has to be built into the way you relate to yourself. There is another reason success can feel empty. Sometimes you are not chasing the thing. You are chasing what you thought the thing would give you. You did not want the perfect result. You wanted to stop feeling ashamed. But when the goal arrives, the deeper need may still be untouched. That is why someone can look successful from the outside and feel hollow on the inside. The outside story says, you got it. The inside story says, why do I still feel the same? Then shame appears. You think, I should be happy. I should appreciate this. Other people would love to have this. What is wrong with me? But emptiness after achievement is not always a sign that something is wrong with you. Sometimes it is information. It is your mind saying, this result gave me a peak, but it did not give me a life. A peak is a moment. A life is a structure. A peak is reaching the finish line. A life is knowing who you are when there is no finish line to chase. This is why the emptiness can become useful. It shows where you have been asking achievements to do emotional work they were never built to do. Maybe you asked success to give you identity. Maybe you asked approval to give you safety. For a moment, these things can help. They can open doors. They can make life easier. But they cannot replace meaning. Meaning is slower. Meaning is quieter. Meaning comes from how something connects to your values, your relationships, your growth, and your real life. So if you feel empty after getting what you wanted, pause before you call yourself broken. Ask a more honest question. What did I think this goal would make me feel? Did I want the thing, or did I want relief from a feeling? Did I build a life around this goal, or did I use the goal to avoid looking at my life? These questions can feel uncomfortable, but they're also freeing. Because if the goal did not give you what you thought it would, you do not have to keep chasing bigger versions of the same thing forever. You can start listening to the need underneath the chase. If you wanted peace, maybe the real work is reducing the pressure you put on yourself. If you wanted connection, maybe the real work is letting people know the real you. This does not mean you should stop having goals. They give direction. They help you grow. They can improve your life in real ways. But a goal becomes dangerous when you secretly ask it to save you from yourself. No finish line can permanently fix a relationship with yourself that is built on never enough. You reach one level. Then your mind moves the line. The chase can become endless, not because you are greedy, but because the emotional need is never actually being met. So try this. The next time you want something badly, do not only ask, "How do I get it?" Ask, "What am I hoping this will heal?" And if I got it tomorrow, what part of my life would still need care? That question brings you back to the present. It reminds you that fulfillment is not only about arrival. It is about alignment. It is about building days you do not have to constantly escape from. It is about learning how to rest without needing to earn your existence first. The goal can still matter. The achievement can still be worth celebrating. But it does not have to carry the impossible job of making you finally enough. You can want more without hating where you are. You can grow without turning your present self into an enemy. Because the emptiness is not always the end of the story. Sometimes it is the moment the story becomes more honest. You thought the question was, how do I get what I want? But maybe the deeper question is, what kind of life will still feel meaningful after I get it? If this video helped you understand yourself a little better, subscribe to Cognivae and leave a like. It helps us create more videos like this.